this work over to the Elamites, I'll have to rephrase the request.
Раз, два, три, 4, 5. И поехали играть. Ой, стишками заговорил. Дожили. Так, поехали. Глинобетон. О, вы просто один Аким. Ой, как удобно. Что это у нас тут? Выполним стремительную резню, а там и Акиму заберем грязь, глину. Его. Удобненько. Ай, блин.
You are not welcome. New hunt.
Everyone hold hands! Shadows of fate! Decided by destiny. I see everything. Everyone hold hands.
Now testing my patience. Get this one.
Где-то здесь. Шли вон. Так, есть еще что-нибудь по пути? О, еще два по пути. Как удобно в этот раз расположены ежедневные задания. Все по пути. О, на Хидена повеселись. Да куда ты прыгнула-то? Так, а теперь топай своими маленькими ножками на следующий квест.
see everything.
Очень удобно.
Shine down. Everyone hold hands. Let me scribe. Hey.
Ну, а теперь можно и в город сразу. Ежедневки все выполнили. А, ну и все. Только ежедневки выполнили. Что? У меня собака согрелась? А, хиличуру вон тот. Думаю, что собака?
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete. Ad Astra.
Так, в чайник. Ты в рейтинг или в обычку?
Рейтинг.
Удачи. Верни вчерашнюю звезду.
This realm is true.
Ой, не то.
If you ever have.
Так, ну и пора, я думаю. Так, вроде в деревню Аару мне надо, да? Пора уже завершить этот квест и закончить историю Сумеру.
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
тут непонятки? Секундочку, что-то с производительностью у меня. Да, вроде все хорошо, а что не так? Ну ладно. Ладно. Па-па-па-па-па.
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready? Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
It's worth a try. The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
You're making Paimon nervous.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have...
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go...
To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know.
Candace gave us a compliment.
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us...
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, you're welcome. Good luck. With everything.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating.
Ну-ка, что тебе от нас
Our
надо?
plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on...
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
И вкачанные мышцы такие на руках Альхатайма. Ну да, пошли мы куда подальше.
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary groups are facing constant danger every single...
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species.
This guy. Paimon still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take that as a compliment. That reminds me. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some time, was never once informed of this. I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge. But the academia has always held a different view. They've always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge as mere mortals. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, and thus always approached the issue from the wrong direction. The Withering, Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that—
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering and the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that?
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
But if that's the case, what should we do?
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole, the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Eremite base.
Ура! Наконец-то действие. Такое ощущение, что я смотрю, ну, очень низкобюджетное аниме. Прям дико низкобюджетное. Прям парочка энтузиастов сделали. Диалоги по качеству примерно такие же. Здрасте. Драться будем? Не будем.
Oh, you made it.
Huh? What are they doing here?
I gave them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes. We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Aren't those devices for can knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Look here.
Huh? More can knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into his head again?
А он
What's that
собирался
look on your
разве?
face? Are you scared?
Paimon's a little scared, but very, very furious.
That's an interesting response. Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet.
Да
As I
спасибо.
mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The academia should also have their own copy. And according to the plan we just came up with, Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you
Что я могу
believe we can
добавить?
save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Conviction is the most important. Now, please get ready.
You want us to record our conviction into the...
Yes,
Paimon is still...
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, because to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognized. Now, open your eyes. Here,
What's this?
read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
But what was the point of doing this?
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be.
Huh? What?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born. And this device, after all that time, what do you think you'd become? A slave to orders. And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries.
But why would you need to identify
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very...
things you're interested in are really out there?
Anyway, that's enough. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head...
Small project?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal.
Господи, я сейчас усну. Как же скучно. На данный момент пока что просто отвратительно.
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties.
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham for suggestions. Had I known Al-Haytham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here, don't you?
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire. I'm sorry, but as things stand, I can't accept your principles.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Traveler, Paimon, this is also something you should know. Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Wait, how can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Reebok would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group. There is no better way.
That also sounds like something Al-Haytham told you. Am I right?
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how
Weird.
dangerous this plan is?
Of course he does. He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points. It's my own choice to trust you.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't guarantee that kind of discipline from the guards. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. Casualties are inevitable once push comes to shove. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless loss of our own.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you are hard to come by.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect. They have the right to know important things like this.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there
Oh.
something we can do to help?
Я слушаю.
I know.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll...
Sino, on behalf
Что
of
ты
my
ржешь?
people, I thank you for your kindness.
Что ты
But
ржешь?
this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We strongly value the lives of our friends, but the goal we are about to achieve, we have no fear of casualties, because we crave
Что
the
с землей?
spoils of victory. So please, lend us your support.
Да вообще,
We will
смотри,
show
что
you
с
the
полом, почему не
determination of
прогрузился?
us desert dwellers.
Well, now that you've put it that way, but
Да
remember,
вообще пиздец, я же засыпаю в буквальном смысле этого слова. Благо со стула не упаду.
since you and I both recognize the significance of this
Просто
operation,
переливание из пустого в порожнюю. Один говорит, а это слишком рискованно, я хоть мы ранее обсуждали, но вы на это не пойдете. Потом мне что-то говорят другое, ему вот это такое, ладно, вы пойдете на моих условиях. Они такие, нет, твои условия говно, пойдем на наших условиях. Все хорошо договорились. Ради чего все эти переливания из пустого в порожнюю? Что за бред? Я, блядь, играю в компьютерную игру, а не диплом, блядь, читаю чей-то.
Что-то голова опустилась, глаза закрылись.
Да я же закимарил, блин, пиздец интересно было.
General Mahamatra, to
Может, что-нибудь
what do we
погрызем?
owe the honor?
Не
Keep
знаю,
your
есть
voice
идеи.
down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location.
Что-нибудь заказать.
According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations,
Но
I
не,
have the
не
right to ask for
сладкое.
the cooperation of Caravan Rebot.
Ah, of course, of course. Mahamatra Sino's order is the Academia's order.
Не чипсы.
Just let us know what you need. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting? Depending on the scale of this
Я не могу
operation,
сказать
we
это в
may need to
микрофон.
report to our superiors.
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain El Akhmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft
Закажешь?
and resale of supplies from the Academia.
As many as Ain al-Akhmar. This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this
Да,
to
я
your
сразу
superiors
проснулся.
as soon as possible. And treat it as a top priority desert operation.
Нет,
Got
когда я
it. Please wait a
проеду,
moment.
узнал.
I'll contact them immediately.
Господи, сюжет.
Because this is
Блин,
work.
в целом задумка интересна, но как же они ее растянули? Какая же это
Grandma, I
вода?
can't believe you're still in the mood to check. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might...
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there shouldn't...
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General no matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of
A reasonable inference.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the...
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, if you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information, but things like that never happened again after we met up.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the...
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumer.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic. But can you guarantee that every experience of the same... Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person, decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. and I believe our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions. So, in my opinion...
Huh. Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not a lot.
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate, and people will not be forever trapped.
Да ёпта.
Paimon, I'm so glad that this is settled.
Next time, pay attention during the...
Will do.
Конечно, флешбэк это интересный сценарный ход, но тут все так скучно, что он вообще не воспринимается.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Grand Deshret Desert District. My name is Luxembarbo.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. He will be working with me. The construct next to him is for his work.
Механизм, который он использует в работе.
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And,
Have you made a decision regarding the matter?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation.
There's no need for flattery.
Yes.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district. We will carry out the
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map.
In 2 days, we will engage Rahman's Eremites and cap. Any questions about the...
None at all, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Что вообще происходит?
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. Get ready. We will move out in 2 days.
Не говори, что мне сейчас еще после кучи воды придется время перематывать. Да ёпта! Я и так на всех этих скучных диалогах уснул просто-навсего. Прям в кресле. Так они еще заставляют меня время перематывать. Вы чё? А что за... Безудержное веселье. Это так увлекательно.
It's time for the operation. Let's go meet Sino in the desert.
Тари-та-та-та-та. Как вас много?
Over there! Our helpers have arrived already. Let's hurry over.
Wait a moment.
Ah! Oh, it's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared to give it our...
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, they are our only leads for the case. If they die...
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the...
Make preparations and be ready for combat.
Но мне их тоже только калечить, добивать нельзя?
Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome. What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're...
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sale.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia? I can't believe...
I'm not here to talk.
Oh, nobody's given me this much time of day since... Brothers! For that slight, let's wash our blade...
Shadows of fate.
Пусть сами разбираются.
Now you shall perish.
Ладно, это будет долго, я помогу.
Delved into destiny.
Ну, ударьте его уже разок. Все за вас делать надо.
Written in the stars. Wind, hear me.
Ой, тут еще и время отведено.
Shadows of fate. Everyone hold hands. Inazuma shines eternal.
Ой, как сложно.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Aramite mercenaries and related personnel in the air.
Ah, you pitiful dandruff. King Deshret will curse you.
Silence!
Oh,
Как правдоподобно.
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot.
Yes, sir.
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave.
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
Посреди дороги стоят, пиздец, безопасное место.
Really well.
Yes. Things...
That's fantastic. And that punch you gave Ramon there sure looked
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport.
Yeah, you're the reason why everything...
It's not the time to sell it, but go join up with her. She will need you to introduce her to Tainari.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari?
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, I believe if we need help, Tainari is the... Get ready for the next phase of the plan.
Ладно, ладно. Так будет быстрее. Я ачивку за что-то получил. Так вот за что?
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? Here you come, roll. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some...
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep you with...
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that serious look on your face. Alright, I'll stop. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving. Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get... Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible.
Yeah, we sure don't want him to...
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that.
Глаза закрываются сейчас. Ну.
According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest Watcher Taino. If all hate them and Sino's sources are solid, then we can be. So, we'll find Tainari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the doctor. The sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow. You should be honored. I don't offer my services to just.
Like, I'm not that mercenary.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should all.
How much more?
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile.
Да что за бред?
Give me a smile so that I can be less looking good. I hope this. There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one can bring. Let's go.
Ёпта. Лягушка-путешественница. Туда приди, там попизди, туда приди, там попизди. Иногда подерись.
He's over there. Let's go say hi. Tainari!
Ah, Traveler, Paimon.
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important. Please help us out.
All right, then follow me. This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay.
Я думал, ты так долго
What is this
заказ
important
выбираешь.
thing you want to ask me?
А ты выбрала?
The doctor, huh?
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask.
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Party's DI just a little...
He left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met. For now, all we can share with you is that you're...
Sino, you said. I see. So that's why... Okay. I will answer your questions and will assist...
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're...
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the Traveler, and... You don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. Also, the Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Hypatia?
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave soon?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean...
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Pardis DI. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking.
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient.
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise I will personally supervise her treatment and see...
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the academia. Her situation has not become... Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person currently... Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that, just like many other scholars, he possesses an... It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's so I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised...
I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say, you are not like what I had expected. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry today. Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the Academia said. You're a responsible and gifted scholar. Sadly, and that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Блин, я прям засыпаю, не могу, сидя в кресле, насколько же это скучно. Если вдруг все остановится и будет слышно храп, это значит, что я уснул.
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation.
I can barely believe it myself. But if that's true, the situation...
I don't think I missed any details. Frankly speaking, I don't want you to do anything too risky. Now that you know a little more, it should be...
Sorry, we can't tell you everything. We appreciate that you helped...
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest...
Да я сейчас вырублюсь просто.
Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return...
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. One dot means that he wrote the letter on... This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in...
I get it. Since you are always...
I'd like to ask you to do that for me. If you can keep yourself safe.
I can do that, but I have a feeling it won't... The Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is. If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be difficult. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the Academia.
All right. We've got a plan. I'll stay at Gandharvaville to support you.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant. And be wary of any messages or direct requests from the Academia.
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamat.
Being loyal to the Academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever this... On that note, aren't you also...
The Academia, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. Even when I was a student, I was worried he'd get in trouble for sticking to his beliefs. I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so long. But in the end...
I see. So you noticed something was up with the Academia from the...
This may well be how Sino became involved in all this. Also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a message. I think this may be something he needs...
Okay, we'll find it...
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt down this Harbinger. Oh, by the way, which way did the doctor go when he left Pardis Di?
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way.
Это какой-то геморрой. Сейчас я должен прийти в новое место, там опять пиздец. Пиздеть.
I want to check if the doctor was He also said that he'll take care of everything before. Just to be safe, let's chase him and see what we find.
But we have no idea where he went.
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find... That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly they're in a hurry.
Ты там далеко не убегай, сейчас я феечку провожу и вернусь к тебе.
Treasure is pretty exhilarating.
Какой скоростью он
Just as I
бежит?
thought.
Женщина, что мы тут
We can stop
делаем?
here. I think I know where the doctor went. To the south of here is Port Ormos, which seems to be where they're headed.
Port Ormos? They're going to leave by boat?
That's right. Let's go to the port and have a look for ourselves.
Ой. Да это. Уснул. Старенький я уже стал. Засыпаю.
Don't drop. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what we...
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving.
Ой, блин.
I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat.
Потому что это не доктор.
So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him. This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
Uh-oh! He saw us.
Huh? Is he waving at us?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only person on the boat?
You mean...
And where are all the soldiers we saw in the port just now?
They were all here just a few minutes ago.
So this was a trap. Wait, don't tell me.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh, no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back to Party's DI.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would all—
Oh no! Are you saying that—
Let's go!
Серьезно? Я, блин, такой путь проделал, чтобы, блин, послушать какой-то диалог, а потом перемещаться обратно? Вы чё? Что за бред?
Pardees DI is not a place you Fatui—
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for and collect medicinal herbs in part—
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it—
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our research, much less an ordinary scholar like yourself. I've done my duty to inform you. Don't make things difficult.
It would seem that my words have fallen on deaf ears. You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Pardees DI now? I'm pretty sure you're not just looking—
With all due respect, your baseless speculations will only lead to unnecessary trouble.
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. He knows I may be staying at Party's DI as a scholar, but that doesn't mean I'm no longer It is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholars who have contributed so much to Sumeru.
Then it seems our conversation...
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not on my watch.
Tighnari, are you alright?
I'm fine.
These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
There's no use resisting. Give us Hypatia. Keep dreaming.
Yeah, Tighnari, beat him up! To oblivion!
The doctor's orders are absolute.
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now.
Блин, да какого черта эти грибы влезли?
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia. We need to...
Got it! Hypatia's still here. Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
Что-то не так.
So, you think this is over?
Что за херня?
What? The Balladeer is here?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Party Stia. I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her.
Who are you talking to? It can't be the
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch. I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, Traveler!
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me.
Господи,
Is it
да мы тебе
wise
пизды
to
дадим.
force that childlike god into a divine... Scholars consider the god of wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence, but this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of blasphemy and... Yes. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? Those words, but you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. All I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done for you? I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking, and sense that this is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know, it'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's.
Ah, you've seen my affection for her. She peered into my consciousness and saw my past. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my... You're doubting me again? No matter. Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first follower? How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that the doctor has never known his place? Even now, the puny human thinks you're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the... It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded.
Господи, какой же ты несносный.
Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be...
Paimon, here's Thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Balladeer? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while. Where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger!
Опасность. Не цепляет. Здравствуйте.
Oh, have the Fatui retreated? Hey, what happened to you?
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen Eremites get struck by lightning before. You need to rest.
Struck by lightning?
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking it. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui, though, and they were being torn to shreds.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. It's all right. My wound aside, you look like you've seen something unpleasant. Is Hypatia all right?
Hey, didn't I tell you not to move?
Just in case. Let's go to Hypatia's place and talk about things there.
Да вы, блядь, издеваетесь. Какого хера я постоянно туда-сюда бегаю, как дурачок? Что за херня?
Thank goodness she's fine.
Hey, how about taking care of yourself?
I understand my condition. The wound is not fatal.
Ugh. The more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
I know. They always think they can push through the pain.
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit. Sorry, traveler.
So that's what you were talking to the Balladeer about? Oh, Paimon can't
The academias.
That sounds, ambitious, I guess? Anyway, as long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, and a good night's rest, that's enough. I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot in Party's DI.
Don't say that. I haven't even thanked you for your help.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend to. Maybe the Fatui want to cover up some secret of the
You said the Balladeer claimed that Hypatia has seen his past.
Have you noticed? The Balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions. He thinks the doctor has...
So, if the doctor was to show up again, would the Balladeer...
Based on what the Traveler has said, I think he would. Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as... In other words, we've successfully completed this stage of the plan. The doctor is...
Yay! That's a big accomplishment!
Thank you for the help, Tainari. Make sure you rest up for now.
Yeah.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Party's DI. Traveler, let's continue to keep a low profile. You...
О.
You can just focus on your plan. My wound isn't going to get in the way.
На этом роботе сидит, который мы привели сюда. Он, точнее, привел сюда после событий с ним. 19. Заебись. Нил занимается созданием теплый рит улиц. Просто великолепно. Пизду срежем. Где? Туда. Полгода спускаться буду. Здравствуй, Нил.
It's nice to... Oh, hey there, Traveler and Paima. Are you here for some shopping? That's right. Although there were a few, and so the theater wants to... Do you two want to come? It's something like a tradition of ours. Whenever we wrap an important rehearsals are exhausting. If you keep your... Mr. Zubair, our manager, always says that celebrations aren't just for fun, but that they should... But no one remembers that once the celebration starts. We've been to a lot of festivals during art. Will your celebration also have lots of yummy food and drink? Of course. We always do lots of eating, toasting... Ah, so we'll need to bring a present. No way! Treat others how you want to be treated, right? But maybe you could... It's fine. You can come. Present or not. The gift exchange, you two being there would be the best gift of all. It'll also be a good time to introduce... Is something up? Yeah. But for now, I tried to visit her, but I got turned away at the door. All I could do was to leave a letter encouraging her to get... She'll be better soon. And then... It's all thanks to you and Nilu that we managed... You're way too modest. Just now, compared to you, Anyway, all that aside, Paimon thinks it'll be a great time! Alright, then let's head to the... Wait, I completely forgot about this pile. Whoa, did you... Just one box. The rest were given to me. That's way too many freebies! All I know is that whenever I start chatting with people, my hands would get more and more full until I was planning on making a few trips to bring everything back before continuing.
So this isn't even all of...
Are you...
Of course! Carrying...
I'm so sorry to trouble you like this. Well, let's hurry up.
Да блин. Придется проходить теплый ритм улиц. Ты Тахер?
Oh, well if it isn't
Нет,
you,
это Джуд.
Mr. Jute?
of course I do. I've heard that Zubair Theater is hooked, although it looks like you're gonna need...
Ah, please allow me to introduce them. And this is Paimon, his super reliable...
No, Paimon is... hold on. She got it completely right.
Don't underestimate Nilu. She always remembers. She's also very brave. Just a little while ago, she saved my precious spices.
Don't think anything of it. Anyway, sorry to get off topic. We're in a bit of a hurry. Miss...
I was joking. Anyone who runs a... Oh, that reminds me. It seems that these friends of yours aren't from here.
Тахчин?
Have they ever tried any delicious
Я
tacos?
сегодня собирал тахчины.
Fantastic idea! Tachin is a mixture of rice and meat that's baked into a cake. Its aroma is just so wonderfully delicious. If you ever see kids crowding all around...
But is it really just for the...
I just can't help myself.
We're 2 peas in a pod. Who doesn't enjoy some good...
Wait here. I'll bring some...
Whoa, what a dish! It's sweet and sour and full of deliciousness! Paimon...
No matter how many times I eat it, it's still...
I wouldn't have offered it as a treat if I wasn't... I baked a lot just now. And it's all packaged and ready for you to take back...
You made so much!
It was nothing. Making 1 serving or 100 servings is all the same to me. If any... Don't worry about it. What kind of person would I be if I made you pay for a treat? Make sure you got everything. Feel free to come back anytime.
I'm starting to understand how you got so many things.
А блин. Что в тебя?
Good timing. I have the textiles you ordered. If you took any longer, the Sumpter beasts might have got...
You and your jokes.
Jude said that some Sumpter beast ate his...
Oh, yeah, really sorry about that. Nilu...
Trying to pull anything out of a Sumpter beast's mouth is like playing a game of tug-of-war.
So they really do eat anything, huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Come now. You know, Sumpter beasts sometimes eat not because the textiles you ordered are highly durable and woven from the finest
Вьючняк иногда что-то жрет не потому, что он хочет, если просто хочет что-то пожевать. Я вьючный як.
So even if a Sumpter beast got snacky, it'd still have to chomp on it for a...
You've tested this before?
But of course! How else could I be so... I wouldn't dare experiment with such a
True,
Ho ho! Have I piqued your interest?
Ooh, that's a pretty good discount! What do you think?
No thanks, Mr. Offsheen. You can't use that kind of tactic.
Tactic? So you mean everything?
I wouldn't go that far. It's just that Mr. Offsheen is really good at Mr. Zubair gave me a huge lecture the last time I bought too many things.
Come on, don't look at me like that. All she got was a talking to from Zubair, while I was... My philosophy is that stories give value to merchandise. Our Nilu here is an extraordinarily good listener. back then. After a while, I began to feel guilty selling things to her because of how happy she looked. Anyway, since then, I've come to realize two things. One, that story...
It's okay. We're all friends now.
That reminds me. Some of the goods from my they're fine for general use, but my customers have high standards, and I don't have the time. Nilu, why don't you take them?
Huh? No.
Just think of it as a favor for me, all right? It costs me Mora to store or ship, so I'm just losing money every...
Even so, let me buy them.
Nah, these goods are hard movers. Besides, if I let you pay, wouldn't it mean that I'm just using stories to sell my... Just take them. If you really feel that bad about it, give me some theater Oh, yeah, you should also take some while you're at it.
Wow, even we...
Hurry and take it. Just looking at it all is giving me a head...
There's still one more store. Are you alright holding on to that much stuff? Paimon, why don't you lend a hand?
Все отлично, погнали.
About time, Nilu. Farhad here was snooping around your
Please, I was only looking at them to get a better idea of what your new show may be about.
Wouldn't spoiling yourself just ruin all the fun?
Yeah, please wait for our official...
These two look familiar. Ah, weren't they at the...
Yeah, and they're coming to...
Oh, the more folks the merrier. I was actually just talking to Far...
Oh, yes, please do. I'm sure Miss...
We even prepared a small gift. Let me I really think we should wear some...
Милый.
Farhad did most of the work. What a surprise, huh? He actually...
That is pretty...
Hey, why can't I have a little side hobby? I worked really hard on that.
I know. I watched you make it. I wasn't... Oh, right. Why don't you also...
Оставьте мне его.
It's perfect.
They're so pretty. Is there one...
Unfortunately, we already gave out all the child-sized ones.
Fascinating. Huh. That sounds...
Oh, you all sure got a lot of stuff. I'm a porter by trade, so this is what I'm best at.
That'd be great. Please and thank you. But we have a pro...
Thanks for the help, Mr. Farhad. But let me make one thing clear for otherwise... I may not be able to hold back...
You're so up.
Shut it. Fine. It's not including Hushang's things, though. We'll each need to carry a box if we want to move everything in one trip. Even my...
Paimon looks like she doesn't want to, so I'll carry a little extra. Although strength and balance are both...
No, let Paimon... The traveler's right, Paimon...
Да что ты так дышишь?
Are you okay, Paimon?
Paimon's good to keep going.
Oh, that sure was a lot of stuff.
Thank you, Mr. Farhad.
Thank you, Sumter Man.
Что у тебя перед глазами все плывет? Работать надо почаще.
Paimon's definitely...
All right, I'll leave you all to it.
See ya. Good thing we had Mr. Farhad with us, or else that would have taken way long. Of course. We're all like neighbors. So we're all...
With this many freebies being thrown at you...
I felt so guilty at first. Like I always... Oh, later on, I realized that it's actually like what Mr. Afshin... When you order the wrong item, or make too much of something, sometimes the best way... That's why there's no need to stress over the freebies.
Oh!
This has become our norm, and no one keeps track of the back, so really, don't worry. Alright, I have to bring all this to Mr. Zubair. Feel free to hang out here for a bit. It'd be nice if you could... Nope. Mr. Zubair's... You two are our guests. So please, just relax and look forward to the celebration.
А теперь вы освободились?
The atmosphere here is so nice. Let's take a break
Ура!
and immerse ourselves in this warmth.
All right, everyone is...
How did everything go?
Let's report back one by one. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal.
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI. The situation was a bit...
Who was behind it?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor has left Sumeru by boat. So, we've successfully removed the doctor from the picture.
Good.
Oh, Tainari also asked us to tell you this message.
Everything also went smoothly on my side. The Eremites should to avoid alerting the quarry. They will.
I can't believe you actually got so many Eremites into
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team, as well as.
It appears to have been very effective. I'm glad to hear it. Well, is that a...
Huh? Wait.
Well, what...
Shouldn't you end with some words?
Personally, I'd rather we all go home and get some rest.
I'll hate them. You...
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, then I must reiterate that So you should find someone more suitable to do that.
But I thought all of you academia big shots were great.
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that. So what?
A scribe is responsible for recording meetings, not speaking.
Fine, whatever. Well, Sino doesn't seem to be much of a talker either.
Employer?
Yep. The Traveler hired me. That's right. So come on, boss. What do you have to say for the team?
Yeah, say something to boost morale.
Huh? What are you all doing here?
Oh, it's Nilu!
Hey, everyone. I'm not disturbed.
Not at all. I was actually...
Judging from the group, but you also look like you're up to no good.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join us?
Huh? Join? You mean... you all...
Yes. Something Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule?
Huh? Wait. I can't believe my ears. Oh, right. The Traveler and Paimon are...
That's right!
I must admit that I'm but I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can somehow...
Remember.
Okay. I'll get my friends at the Grand Bazaar...
Just remember not to say too much.
Yep, you got...
All the preparations are done. Now,
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super
Well said. A good night's rest before...
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently. It's...
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Alright, let's all go home and get a good night's sleep.
Okay. So I can...
Yep, good night, everyone.
Не опять сутки перематывать. Какие там нужно дождаться? С 8 до 12. Какого времени? Завтра? Да, следующий день. Завтра в 8 утра. Оп, прям пойдет.
Today is the Academia's Nia Garbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action.
Hello, you two.
Not really. Paimon got too nervous. What about you all, hate?
Naturally, I slept just fine. After all, a good rest should be considered part...
You just want...
It's crucial to dissipate any tension before we execute our plan.
The only thing you're doing is being annoying.
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again?
Да блин, есть вариант не повторять. Я хочу уже действия.
Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Academia knows that's where the Grand Sage's many restricted commands and operations are executed via that console. I'm sure that console...
You know, Paimon's been thinking, what kind of tech...
That isn't something they could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone. In the Sanctuary of Suristhana, there's a device of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's that 500 years ago, The Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it can no longer be controlled from the inside. There were Don't forget, today is Nigarbaha Day. Arguably, the sages and core academia personnel are busy loading the latest batch of research developments and legal decrees into knowledge. All the Darshan's researchers have their noses to the grindstone, and the academia's grounds are full. When the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process, that's our cue to access the console and free the Dendro Archon. Well, yes. That's just if precedence holds, the academia should have already started preparing for Nigarba.
Everyone should be in position.
Let's go.
So are we just...
Yes. We're...
Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Да ёпта! Пришел, попиздел, прошелся, опять пизжу.
Scribe? Please, wait. Are you Scribe Alhaith?
That's me. Is something that...
No. I was just surprised to see you here. Also, please don't bring outside guests into the academia.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Haravatat Dart...
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate. Don't look down on me.
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for... Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return...
Is that so? Wait a moment. The sages search for you. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you, but...
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat. I surmised...
As I expected. Please, forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly just now. Thank you for getting me back on...
It's nothing. Well...
All right. Thank you for your contributions.
Странный тип.
What the heck just happened?
I'm afraid I don't know either.
You have no idea?
Mm-hmm. He convinced himself of what... That is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions their academic facility, they will instantly feign understanding. Nowadays, the academia is rampant with this type of scholar.
Wow. So there are special ways to deal...
We shouldn't waste any more time. It would be problem...
Да серьезно, я вот сейчас опять чуть-чуть пробегусь и опять буду с кем-то пиздеть. Без геймплей. Алло, я не припомню, чтобы в этом... в Манштате, в Лию и в Сумеру было Ой, в Инадзуме было настолько скучно. Просто отвратительно.
Is this the Academia's library?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possible...
There are a lot of students going through here.
The academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nigarbaha Day. They'll just act natural.
Спрячьтесь, я просто иду. Что происходит вообще?
What's this platform for?
It's a lift that academia personnel use to access high...
Are we gonna take it then? The Grand Sage's office?
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that...
The Grand Sage will exit, and after he does, we'd sneak past.
Who knows? However, if we can confirm as...
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look... Do not tell me you believed the Academia would not grow suspicious of you after such a prolonged... An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I came to personally welcome you.
Great Sage. I didn't expect you to care so much about me. I'm truly flattered.
I'm sure, but compared to you, I am far more interested in these two unexpected guests. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct?
Я что-то... Вот тут вначале написано ха-ха, что-то я не слышал, чтобы он смеялся. Ну, допустим.
It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my lack of... Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some perfunct... The foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion.
Ну, мы попали в его кабинет. Что ты дергаешься?
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out.
All right then, Traveler. What did you... Today is NierAutomata Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. There is little time for idle chit-chat. You seem to know quite a... If that is so, then you should be praising our great work, rather than using your trivial misgivings.
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me? Worthless. Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power, these creating a god. Yes, we are using human wisdom to create a god.
Phew.
If humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to reveal them. This is the pinnacle of human wisdom. We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. No longer will we flounder. Even Ermin's soul will be freed from its plight. For our nation of scholars, this is the ultimate aspiration. No cost is too great to realize it. You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Lesser Lord Kusanali, what can you care for the people? Fend off sandstorms? Fabricate silly fairy tales? These are but child's play. We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Though I may have personally not seen it, our forefathers bore witness to true wisdom. The ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. They all ask, is that truly? With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary.
What a pathetic justification. Do you really think that only the super smart or powerful should be...
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous. Not only are they acting against the Academia, but their ideologies have the...
I'll hate them? Are you talking about a...
Anyway, I've brought them to the Academia as ordered, but it took some time and... Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation. It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler. An array of information about him ready for your perusal.
Ой-ой-ой-ой, какой неожиданный, блядь, рояль в кустах, бесполезный. Он на самом деле нас не предал, делает вид по-любому. Не верю.
Excellent. Detailed contents with as it is NierAutomata Day. I'll enter the information on you into the...
Will be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%. Furthermore, to put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. This is Sumeru's greatest penalty for Are you not familiar with the concept that great responsibility beget... In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly
You're despicable!
Despicable? Perhaps from your perspective, but your ploy was to sacrifice the Traveler here.
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan this entire time.
Must I delineate your entire plan? First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the Traveler. Judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant General
The Academia had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the Traveler, a close associate. With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Academia? Rationally speaking, 50%? 70%?
Regardless, that's only a guess. The fact...
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite... If I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusana, sneak into the Academia on NierAutomata Day, using Alhaitham's status as the scribe. Should your intentions be discovered, Alhaitham will turn traitor and sacrifice the Traveler, thus proving his innocence. He can then... As for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon return to the
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what I say. Even if you impugn me, it would have little of...
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage the Academia's regular operations. However, under the current circumstances, even that is trivial compared to what we stand to gain from our...
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you, Azar...
So flight has turned to fight at long last.
Ой, драка. А что это с тобой? О, рехнулся. Прям как тот.
Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power. Azar!
Что происходит? К чему это все? Я ни хрена не понимаю.
He has gone completely insane.
Да серьезно?
Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for NierAutomata Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Я понимаю, что это все часть плана, но что вообще происходит? А что происходит? Я ничего не понимаю. И меня это как-то не сильно все трогает. Не верю.
Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Alhaitham's probably done with his part too. We even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. Alhaitham sure knows how to cook up. What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up. Right. Paimon
Опять сейчас флешбэк, да вы чё?
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation, which is to send the Traveler. He's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle to their successful implement. Once the Traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control, and with their guard down, the next phase...
I can already see...
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really...
That isn't the only reason, of course. He has a more... According to the Academia scholars in Rahman's custody, Lesser Lord Kusanali has sealed off her consciousness in the... That way, they can't pry any more information. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take time to awaken Lesser Lord Kusanali's...
So our job is to wake up Nahida! Oh.
The confinement room is inside the academia, close to the sanctuary of Surasthana. I'll work with Raman scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close as you can. However, at...
Oh, no wonder you've been wearing your Akasha terminal today. Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? Alright, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk with Nahida after all this...
Так.
The light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... the faster it blinks, the better the signal.
А. Ну ладно.
Whoa, it's Mora. Ooh, Mora. No, Paimon, we're not here to hunt for treasure.
Интересно, а здесь будет какой-нибудь сундучок или что-нибудь такое?
Here? No signal again. Is it getting jammed?
Сундуки. Есть еще по сундукам? Видимо, нету.
Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything?
О, Нахида.
Nahida!
О! Главный герой заговорил.
Hey, Nahida!
Охренеть. Итер разговаривает.
When did it first start? Oh, right. It started from the moment I wanted to become a worthy Archon. So I've kept studying, kept listening to my people, kept looking for a way to save her so I can catch up to Greater Lord Rukut. But I'm stuck in the sanctuary. The sages are creating it, and I'm forced to lock my consciousness.
Nahida! Nahida!
It's so quiet here. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever... Do Archons have them? Should Archons have them? Have I been doing the right thing? Am I really? How do I? It's so quiet here.
Since you're the god of wisdom, you've known the answers to all these questions since the very...
Who are you? You're right, though. I won't...
Nahida! Nahida?
Какая боль, сейчас отвратительная анимация бега.
Thank you.
We're here to rescue you. Are you alright?
Ты проходила сюжет? Вот этот новый. Там у главного героя столько реплик уже было. Он, наверное, за всю предыдущую игру столько не говорил.
I'm fine. It's just when I think of everything that's happened to me, I feel really angry now.
You should have been angry ages ago.
Охренеть. Только ради этого стоило пройти весь этот гемор.
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! Great! When you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was... You were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think everyone's done with their... Yep! So that means...
Я не играю вообще. Я просто наблюдатель. Что вообще происходит? Какого хрена? Я просто смотрю какое-то очень дешевое, отвратительное аниме. Ну, в плане сделанное. С ужасными диалогами.
Nilu, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I'm sure, and I'm going. You know that I don't like to...
All right, but if anything happens...
Don't worry. They've been through...
All right. You know...
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind.
О! Ниву. А куда идти-то? Наверх. А какую нам Ниву дали? Такую, которая есть только у тех, кто донатит.
Nilu, how's it?
Definitely more than usual. But it's because...
It's okay. Just focus on your...
You sure know how to talk. Taking all...
Well, thank you both. I'll have to...
Ooh, that sounds...
All right, let's get back to business. Nilu, we'll be...
I was planning on telling them something like, the Academia's been conducting a weird experiment.
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better?
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
Не, ну то, что нам дали поиграть другими персонажами.
Hey, Nilu. Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Our bait people... Do you want some candy? We have more than we can...
Vihar, thank you so much for doing all of... I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets in the period leading up to it.
You have a point. The stage is clear.
Yeah, thanks to you.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
Ролик. Любопытно.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, like, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
И зачем было нужно ее выступление? Я что-то нифига не понял. Чтобы что? Чтобы продать нам Ниву? Но ее баннер уже давно прошел. Будет реран? Что было? Для чего это?
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage? Yep. It's come to think of it. When did Alhaitham replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha? Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous to notice. Speaking of, didn't Alhaitham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule? It's a time-tested trick. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, he's smart. Let's review our plan for this stage again. Paimon remembers that Nilu's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Да ёпта, вы зачастили с этими флешбэками.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness has been forcefully sealed, the core with the Doctor's technological support.
How despicable of them to
But this is also... I was originally asked to draft the knowledge capsule for the Artistic Performances Prohibition Act when I was still at the Academia. It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyargarbaha Day.
Are they really going to stop all artistic performances?
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the Akasha, the sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban. And so...
Sure sounds complicated, but it seems like if everything goes well, that's pretty clever. I just have one question. Even if we manage to get the misleading info out to the guard...
People who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability to distinguish
The Akasha will turn humans into machines.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a good thing too. By the way, this plan still requires a...
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilu of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her.
Понятно теперь, зачем был тут нужен танец.
All right. After the guards and the Academia are gone,
then it'll be time for me and my stowaway brother.
Скучно. Все сюжетные повороты основаны не на том, что тут какой-то интересный витиеватый сюжет, а то, что тупо на том, что нам просто не дают часть информации, а потом дают ее задним числом. Вообще неинтересно.
After laying low in the city for so long,
we couldn't do anything to him inside their coop.
With a lioness like you, the prey sure won't be able to run
Что там
far.
жмакаешь?
We still need to eliminate the guards as soon as possible.
All they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought.
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly to the Sixth Sage, following those blasted sages every whim, throwing away all the principles.
Indeed. The trap.
All right, let's each take a road and herd those scattered guards back in.
You gave such an important task to that child.
It'll be fine. Isak was so determined. Besides, even if he's caught, The guards would be too scared to do anything to him. They've never seen Lesser Lord.
You've got a point.
Good luck.
А сейчас что я буду делать? Блин, я на экран загрузки смотрю чаще, чем, блин, этот сюжет.
This outfit.
Мальчик.
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isaac? When the guards get here, you'll
Oh, yeah, I remember.
relax. Don't think about getting caught. You only need to think about getting the guards' attention and leading them to the Grand Bazaar.
Okay, got it. I'm here to pay back Lesser Lord Kusan.
Hey, they're here. I can see the Academia guards.
All right, it's time, Isaac. Take a deep breath.
Да, он сам бежит, я такой камерой смотрю.
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
О, нифига, вот это прикольно. Хе-хе. А вот этот элемент управления интересно сделали. С выбором.
Let's have a look behind the house.
What should I do next?
Huh. Looks like nothing's here. A wasted time.
Luckily, he didn't check behind the tree. The guard looks alert. What should I do next?
Doesn't seem like anything unusual's around here.
Looks like the guard finally left.
Вот это забавно.
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
А, паника.
Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me. This is bad. Where should I go?
The target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped into the Grand Bazaar. Assemble and arrest her! Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and find—
Hey, why is your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry, hurry! This place is... Why are you all here?
Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is I suppose that's all of you?
Who are you? Did you set us up? What are you planning?
Phew, that was rough. I almost got caught.
Little brat! So you're not actually Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Just some colleagues. Think of this as a business competition. Or, after stepping into our trap, stop thinking of yourselves as...
An ambush? How's that possible? This...
You've spent all your time hiding away in the academia. This...
А сейчас за кого я буду? Опять смотрю ролик, да что такое? Я опять смотрю в экран загрузки. Что происходит? Что за херня?
This is odd. The Academia has quieted down after the conclusion of the Where are the guards? What?
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you come?
My apologies. Right now, all Academia guards have entered the city to perform the order.
Arrest? Who would... I have an ominous feeling.
Arrest Lesser Lord Kusanali, right?
Lesser Lord Kusanali? You mean she's...
Yes. I wouldn't dare make up something like that. Right now, everyone is in a panic, and many are saying that...
What happened? Lesser Lord Kusanali somehow escaped. That's impossible. The Academia is heavily guarded today, and any order to release Lesser Lord Kusanali would be strictly... What manner of trickery did they employ? Disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guards?
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so...
Let me check.
Ты куда пошел? Прыгать с обрыва?
Here. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary. The Akasha indeed contains this information. How did they bypass my permissions to issue? Was it the report about the traveler? No. I specifically checked that knowledge capsule before entering it into the Akasha. Well, even if I figure it out now, it won't make it. Have you been to the sanctuary of Surasthana to confirm?
Confirm? No, it may be a bit offensive to say this. How can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? If we have to confirm the information and knowledge from, then how is that any different from us learning that information ourselves?
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha, to believe in the legacy.
No, Grand Sage. I'm merely confused because I...
Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people around.
Yes, Grand Sage.
Ёпрст, опять экран загрузки, да что происходит? Я здесь зачем сижу?
Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. Go to the city and arrest the escapee immediately. How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. It must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it. Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something wrong.
What a comical sight, Azar. Once the Akasha has put certain thoughts into your head, even the Grand Sage can no longer... You all can only see the world in your mind. And precisely because of this, she has been a wise...
Sino. Have you been waiting for a chance like... The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia to confront me. But I didn't expect...
No, you were blinded. Your faults stem from...
I truly did not expect a proud person like you to cooperate with all...
People change, Azar. Admit it.
Then tell me.
You want to buy time. This is the sanctuary of Surasthana. As for the investigation, I've at least confirmed that you are guilty.
So what? Did you do all of this so I would plead?
No. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment in the name of a god?
Так, сейчас мне дадут сайна. Нет, не дадут. Да что такое?
Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside for a while. Hopefully something bad didn't happen. Yeah, but aren't you scared that we might be thinking about it? At least Paimon has you.
Говори со своей шизофренией.
Nahida being imprisoned alone in the sanctuary of Suras.
Here comes your savior.
Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who knows how many guards to find the key here. It felt...
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll...
What are you afraid of?
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish. Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The Corps of 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but we already talked to Asfand. They've been fed up with the Sage's boss. As long as it doesn't break their employment contracts, they'll turn a blind eye.
That's probably because you've been super great friends with them for a long...
The Grand Sage is in his custody. Even I know how terrible it is to fall into Sino's hands. Sino forced him to release Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, hurry to the sanctuary of... We should have already rescued our Archon.
Вообще ничего не делал. Я просто смотрел долбаный мультик.
Honestly, I didn't expect our ragtag bunch... Alright, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
Отвратительно срежиссированный мультик. Что происходит? Опять экран загрузки, да ёбаный в рот.
Should I say, it's nice to meet you? This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in someone else's body. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me. But I also need to apologize. During this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority and yielding to the academia led to all of this.
Exactly! We're here because you're a good Archon and one of...
Thanks, you too. Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with
На
your
фоне
own
играет
body.
мелодия, это не которую пели Аронары?
It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. I can't... My concept of self has become so clear. But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feat. This is really embarrassing.
Well, it's okay. With you here,
there's one more thing.
О, новый жест. Раньше такого не было. По крайней мере, у этой маленькой модельки.
What is it? For all the things the academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom.
Ah! Wow! That's the spirit!
I understand now. If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you be a butterfly? Yes, true. That reminds me. We need to hurry and prevent the birth of that false god. I need to make some preparations. Since I'm now free, I can first things first. I need to remove the restrictions that after that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke the sage's permission. After all, the academia betrayed Greater Lord Rukadovata's. This might take some time. If we don't stop the god creation plan in time...
Опять экран загрузки, да ёбаный в рот.
you might as well prepare for a fight.
Я готов.
We can take a walk around. After all, we missed out on a lot of stuff when we were locked up.
Это что за херня? Почему я опять смотрю на экран загрузки? Зачем я выходил ради того, чтобы перемотать время? Что происходит? Я просто делаю 3 шага, смотрю на экран загрузки, читаю текст, смотрю на экран загрузки, и так по кругу уже 2 блядских часа.
Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures... Oh, also, this is for you.
О, привет, ты кто?
Huh? What's this little floaty thingy?
It's a small device I put together just now. You can think of... You may not need it right now, but it should be helpful in certain situations.
Wait! This thing has the same characteristics as Paimon! We're both small things that float! Oh, all the things that make Paimon special got copied! When Paimon appears with the Traveler from...
It's alright, Paimon. It can't replace you. It's only a flying device. But you're the Traveler's
You're so
good at comforting people, Nahida. If only the... I was simply telling you what I feel to be the truth. Nahida, you're natural at this. What you... By the way, even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again, you may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. If we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'm glad I can rely on... So the God of Wisdom is... I've located where the false god is.
Так, у меня есть какое-нибудь требование по элементам? Да, вроде нет. Начать.
What is this place? Wow. Who would have... The sages wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered. The safest and most convenient... That's true. Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. But this place doesn't look like it could have been the Fatui under the doctor sure didn't hold back. They provided a lot. Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been... Is that it, though? I've always thought that this doctor is different from the act. Instead of being interested in the end product... The Fatui Harbingers are all such... So, this Fatui that they're trying to turn into a god, we had previously come into contact with his consciousness. One is the desire for a gnosis, since he was created to be the vessel. The other obsession is probably related to his past.
Paimon knows that he was a prototype puppet for the Raiden Shogun before. That's why he wants a gnosis so badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject. Now with that...
It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well. I see. Tell me, the more we know now, the better we can... I see. Alright, time to go. Let's get...
Я сейчас пройду пару метров, зайду в дверь и опять буду смотреть текст. А, нет. Ура, мне дают посражаться, ну наконец-то.
Written in the stars, there is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Так, с одним разобрались.
I swear by my sword.
Everyone hold hands. Hey.
Блин, чем тебе бить? Ай! Не бей мелкую. Что-то я не подумал, пира не взял. Ну или криво. Мне драться-то особо и неким. Ты на кой туда залез? Что мне с тобой делать? Вылезь оттуда. Да. Да, отъедь ты уже, блин, неудобный противник. Я отряд уже поменять не могу. Ну ладно. О! Выглядит как поле боя. Да неужто?
Pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it. It seems to have stopped. Let's continue.
Мы едем, едем, едем в далекие края. Ой, я приехал. Так. Куда я приехал? Главное, на кой я сюда приехал? Здесь же никуяшеньки нет. А, слепой. О, опять ты. Опять драка? Драться бум? Так, надо тебя в этот раз завалить быстрее, чем ты поставишь щит, иначе я опять заклебусь тебя бить. О, там сундук. Что я делаю? О. Привет.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Я вас демонюк потуев уже наизусть знаю. Встань! Я стоячего только добиваю.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
О, так будет правильнее, мне в ту сторону надо. Поехали. Почему мне это сейчас напомнило NierAutomata, которую я сейчас прохожу? Привет, пупсик. Пока. Увидимся на тот с этим мудень. Глубоко лететь. А. Кажется, что-то сделать не так. Так. Мне нужно туда. Это все правильно едет. А можно мне лифт, пожалуйста? Ну, это не лифт, это скорее... Даже не знаю, как это называют, транспортер. Нет, транспортер это для связи. Как это? Что это? Вагонетка? Как это назвать вообще? О, привет!
Delved into destiny.
Ой, не туда.
Let me scry. Hey. Go as planned.
Well met.
Torn to oblivion.
I see everything.
You need to hurry up.
Shadows of fate.
Вот это ты зря, конечно. Оу, а вот этот нежданный гость.
Decided by destiny.
Мне нужно очень быстро разбираться.
Azuma shines eternal.
Потому что пира я с собой не взял. Я 6-й сегодня. Слышишь? Чуть-чуть не дотяну до первой пятерки. Тот, кто на 5-м месте, 94, а у меня 92. Чуть-чуть не дотянул, 2 заказика. Так.
Looking at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they want is... Oh no! What should we do? Are you If you really want to know... Yes, I am. This is... I feel not just nervous, but curious? Curious about our fate. To me, everything we perceive in this world, and if it's a form of knowledge, however, only fate. So to me, fate is the ultimate knowledge. That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen. And now, I will personally experience... Ah, so that's what you mean. Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Куда? Почему? Почему меня телепортировало? О. Оу.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now, like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, He has undoubtedly become a true god now. So we're too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
Какие-то у него комплексы.
Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
Это ж просто огромный робот. Какой ты нахер бог? Секи Ноками, вечный владыка сокровенности.
A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction as a mechanical puppet. With the Gnosis, how much effort and resources did the sages put into this?
Блин, у тебя какие-то проблемы, комплексы по поводу габаритов
From a
своих.
purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed. You sure are something. But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth into this world. Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power, and the thrill of anticipation for our contention.
Nahida wouldn't feel the same thing.
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods? Lowly creature.
The strife engraved upon a Gnosis. You're talking about the Archon War. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate. All those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws. There's no point in bringing it up again.
Is that so? Yet I am deeply disappointed that I was never allowed the
Больной,
fortune to
что ли?
personally participate in
Кто в
the
здравом уме
Archon
захочет
War.
участвовать в войне?
This is a first. Encountering a god in this world who does not crave power. No wonder your own people have abandoned you, god of wisdom. Your judgment is as your existence, unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer, the god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, where your only option is to come. Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come.
Так, ну и как с тобой сражаться? Привет. Ой, а что это такое?
Feeble human.
Ай. Ай. А где пить?
Insignificant past.
Что происходит?
Let me scry.
А, понятно, он в центре.
At my command, you shall fall.
Ай.
My vision is clouded. Fate is upon you. Wind, hear me.
Feeble human.
Ай. Что делать, я не понимаю. Что с этой мелочью делать?
Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered.
Perish! Insignificant past.
Да что происходит вообще?
My endless cycle begins.
О. А, не больно. А, теперь больно. Как эту штуку активировать? Я его ударить должен или что? Что происходит вообще?
Feeble human.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Можно я тебя просто побью немножко?
Decided by destiny.
Я нихуя не понимаю, что делать.
At my command, you shall fall.
Что делать? Ай! Ай!
Shadows of fate. Leave my space.
Что я должен был делать? Ни хера непонятно. То есть, где надо, они нам суют инструкцию прям в нос, вообще думать не надо. А где она была бы не лишней, хотя бы чуть-чуть. О, трансформеры. Оу. А зачем тебе таким большим быть? Как тебя бить теперь? Это что было? А, бить тебя по старинке. Ай, ой, ай. Так, а что это такое? Ай! Ой! Надо поесть. Что происходит? Я так понимаю, тебя можно поздравить, да? Как тебя бить? А блин! Что с тобой делать? Я должен был просто продержаться? Я сейчас закончу вот ним и думал заканчивать. Да, спасибо. Я просто не понимаю, что происходит вообще. Я не играю, я наблюдаю.
This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Boor?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me? We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and Samsara cycles?
168 дней. Фига себе.
Dreams. When did you use it on me? You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, Traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
All that battle experience!
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god.
Ага.
Now, all of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you.
Не опять с ним драться? Я верю. Ну, чуть-чуть попозже.
Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you, the first sage of Boor.
Не опять с ним драться.
1,000 eons, mine to dominate.
А что я, простите, должен делать?
Burn to oblivion!
Что вообще происходит?
Reality is pain.
Ай! Ой! Ай!
Good riddance, cruel world.
Какие двигатели я должен разрушить? Как я их должен разрушить? Я до них не достаю, что вообще происходит.
Your new god awakens. Now, your eyes have been opened.
to oblivion! Delve into destiny. Kneel!
Я нихуя не понимаю, как его побеждать.
Tremble!
Я понял.
Reality is pain.
Я наконец-то сообразил, как его побеждать. Ой. Блять, промахнулся, да ладно. Опять что заново, да ебаный в рот. Короче, тут без стрелка делать вообще нечего. Ай, больно, очень больно. Да почему не наводится? Выстрелил, нет? Вроде выстрелил.
Humans. Filthy humans. No! Wait! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
Какое символическое падение.
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
Эти экран загрузки. Выпустите меня.
This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined.
Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Forbidden knowledge? It seems you... Your inference seems forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled. Then, a second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm, but I'm afraid it is much more serious this time.
So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater...
Yes. It's very possible that she didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it weren't for her act, the way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about... I'm just sharing her pain.
Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible conditions? She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow. Yes, her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, but now we have a chance we can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the... And then... we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell each of us need to be mindful of this. Even with the Gnosis' protection, we must always keep a... Don't worry, it should be easy enough for you to keep...
Его просто...
In the air? And why is there a huge boat? That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason. Wow, what are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them. Everyone hold hands.
There is no escape.
Ну что, я должен с ними биться теперь постоянно или что? Или я могу свалить? Нет, я не могу свалить. Да ёпрст, ты выпустите меня отсюда.
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion. Let me scrap. Go as one. Shine down. Shadows of fate.
Неужели?
Written in the stars. Barbados, guide us. Now you shall perish. Delved into destiny.
О, привет, радужный. Да вот, пытаюсь все закончить эту историю, которая меня уже откровенно достала. Сюжет этот. Да уйди ты, псина противная, надоел. У тебя как дела? Чё нового? Блин, опять драться. Вы меня мурыжили, блин, 2,5 часа ради того, чтобы я вот тут подрался с ними. Не самые сильные противники, откровенно говоря. Ну-ка, давай рассказывай, в чем дело, почему ты такой счастливый. Ну да. Ты откуда здесь взялся? Ну да. Как сделать человеку хорошо? Сначала сделай ему плохо, а потом верни как было. Откуда ты, блин, взялся?
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
Ай.
To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first.
Везет тебе, у тебя есть время гулять хоть какое-то.
We changed direction. Are we still? Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route.
Куда он нас унесет? Можно туда, где нет 12-часовых рабочих смен?
We'll be arriving at our destination soon.
Да все отлично.
How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact? Huh? But everything's... Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord? No. It seems that otherwise. I think she would have given me a little more guidance. Hey! You've done a great job, Nahida! Let's get up...
Красивый корабль.
So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
Да, я вот и прохожу сейчас основной сюжет, чтобы за ивенты уже взяться, чтобы я все уже сюжетом этого Сумеру уже отделался. На следующей неделе еще компас сокровищ получу и буду со спокойной совестью зачищать карту.
Well, this is the place. We're here to find Greater Lord, but the one standing over there... Is that... Are you... Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're...
Because you are me, and I am you.
Чем-то напоминает встречи с Фишель. Тоже раздвоение личности.
You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually... I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago.
Да забей, я сам не понимаю, что происходит.
Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead, but you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I...
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
Да, я понял.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me. But perhaps you may become an even greater... I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time. And the future that it leads you to, along with the blessings from your past experience. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to...
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning. Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired. It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord
From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked forward to talking with you.
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened?
Ah, I see. You're here seeking answers, right? Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this. At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had a more
Что это за
important
переход был
task to
в
attend
дерево?
to.
Что происходит?
I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, I sensed
Давай,
something was
радужной
wrong.
удачи, хорошего
Pain
тебе.
started to torment
Поиграть,
my
спасибо,
mind.
что заглянул.
By the time I reached Irminsul, it was already. Had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago?
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world. And a form of truth
ну
that
ладно.
it came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand it. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds of bad. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul,
So, there's knowledge that even the God of Wisdom can't understand.
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge, which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the Akasha.
Да, все хорошо. Я просто уставший. Я 12 часов отпахал на работе и пришел сел вот за комп. То есть я еще в принципе не отдыхал, как явление, по крайней мере мозг.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Ну, спасибо за беспокойство.
For a long time, though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then I compiled their wisdom and all of my own power.
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge was cleared from Irminsul. But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. I had a terrible headache, and then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom.
Да, сейчас допройду уже и пойду отдыхать.
From the very beginning, my existence had been polluted.
Oh no! How could that happen?
Ага.
I've experienced that pain in your consciousness.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. Even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist and there's no way for me to eliminate myself. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation, all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution.
Wait, no, I can't.
So you realize what that implies? Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. Removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed in, but this
people love you so much, and how can we just? Is there really no other way?
You're the god of wisdom, Booer. You should know that there is no other way.
But this is so...
No need to feel so sad, Booer. As someone who delights in wisdom, these are the words in their entirety. The answer, let the world completely forget me. We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people.
О,
Goodbye,
заболевание исчезает.
people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
Нет, она не в порядке, что за глупый вопрос?
I'm alright. I'm just we've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying? I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from.
Не говори, я тоже чуть ли не прослезился.
Just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Ermin soul consciousness from 5, and we removed the remaining pollution from Merman soul. Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
Да, должен. Только не говорите, что сейчас сердца богов украдут. О.
Huh? That sound. Traveler.
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you.
А, это
All
всегда
the
здесь
precious
висит.
time I wasted has finally paid off.
The doctor. What have you done?
Да, сейчас у них отберут. По-любому отберут оба глаза бога. По-любому в конце сюжета у этой Снежной должны быть все... Ой, сердце бога. Не глаза богов, сердца богов.
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As I expected. It doesn't have... This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a look. Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed them.
Ну да, что-то такое вот, есть такое неприятное воспоминание. Надеюсь, доктор закончит так же, как и сеньора.
I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our relationship.
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru. Why are you here again now?
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru. Even the god of wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition. How disappointing.
You mean there are many different
An astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my... Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. So I saved segments of all my ages others and made them into independent individuals.
Ну да, почему-то мне тоже так кажется.
That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom...
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. They can't be...
Good. Amazing, even. Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves.
Since you're in the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could...
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the sub... It was my experiment. So why...
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal. You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome.
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have...
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standards, that's all. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over and it's time to... For example, the Gnosis. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time.
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you intend to take it back.
I'm merely stating a fact. After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to show proper respect.
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... What if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
О, вот это что-то интересненькое. Уничтожу сердце Бога и пробужу хранителя небесного порядка. Что, простите? А вот это что-то новенькое. Это кто?
Awaken the heavenly principles? Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Tevat and all the laws.
Хранитель небесного порядка уже много лет безмолвствует, но ведь сердце Бога — это символ контроля небесного порядка.
Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the
А вот это что-то связанное непосредственно с этой Селестией, я так понимаю. Возможно, с тем божеством, которое нас сюда отправило. Что-то интересненькое.
to gamble such a possibility with me?
Ох, какой злобный взгляд-то у Нахиды.
Gamble? How surprising. I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear, but this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility.
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this Electro-Gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow Harbingers. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, should...
Price? Interesting. What price would you have?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time. Yes. How very interesting. Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, what did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and
Их
endless
придирками,
arguments.
этими бесконечными спорами. О чем речь?
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deep.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you...
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspective. But what I'd like to know is, how can you...
I can see your remaining honesty.
Еще один синематик.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so short-sighted?
You think this is the end? Wait,
I'll have
wait.
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this.
Что происходит? Это он так стирал?
Have you confirmed that it's complete?
Получается, что да?
Here, take it. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha, and there won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Another chess piece.
Пошел вон! Еще и сердце Дендра Архонта захотел.
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's no... Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver... Oh. Judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable.
На знание?
Then let's think of it.
Неужели ты ее уговоришь?
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet, arrogant as that is, it has piqued my interest.
Тебя разводят на Хида.
Let me ask you. Have you, in all your mighty knowledge, ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are fake?
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world. Once I finish telling you about this, with negotiations, we've all gotten what we want.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you.
Ну-ка, ну-ка. А нам это скажут? Нет. Скажите, что скажут. Или сейчас вот такой вот красивый переход, и они об этом обсудят, а нам ничего не скажут, блядь. Да ладно! А нам-то скажите, что за херня? Мы не местные, нам можно сказать. Что несколько дней спустя? Это загрузится или нет сегодня? О!
Are you awake? Kali says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up. Good morning. How are you feeling today? Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even time up. Come on, traveler.
Шейх Зубырь занимается созданием теплый ритм улиц. Я не могу завершить! Да ладно! Ой, да пошло оно все в жопу. Все, я на сегодня наигрался. Ебись оно конем. Как вы заколебали. Завязывать между собой различные сюжетные линии, которые никак не связаны, чтобы мы все проходили. Это же неудобно. Что там у главного героя высветилось? О, а персонажи, что ли? Или что? Созвездие? Короче, сюжет муть редкостная. Ты не играешь, ты смотришь на экран загрузки, читаешь текст, делаешь 3 шага, смотришь на экран загрузки, читаешь текст. И так, блять, по кругу долбанных 3 с лишним часа. Единственное, ты что-то делаешь, это когда бьешься с этим... со сказителем, и то там ни хрена непонятно, ты просто пытаешься понять, что тебе делать. А потом все по кругу. Единственное, что интересно... Да, единственное, что интересно, это то, что вот в конце немножко нам предсказали, что есть какой-то хранитель, что сердце можно Богу уничтожить, и бла-бла-бла-бла-бла, и что небо Тивата не настоящее. Все, типа, и больше нихуя непонятно. А я дальше пройти не могу, может быть, еще что-то сказали, потому что мне нужно другое задание выполнить. События пройти. Писит. Все, короче, я пошел. Спасибо, Радужный, что заглянул, рад тебя был слышать, видеть. А я пойду гореть.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water.